Hey, I'm Tammy, and this is Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. Today, we're using some delicious, very ripe bananas and making my mama's banana bread. Boy, is it good and moist. I'm going to show you just how to do it. Let's get started. And I had a lot of recipes to choose from out of our master cookbook, but today I chose my delicious and moist banana bread. Let's get started. All right, y'all, I'm going to show you what all goes in my banana bread. Are you ready? Some bananas, of course. Crushed pineapple, and it's drained. 1/2 cup of melted butter. 1/4 cup of buttermilk. And when we use buttermilk, we like to use a little baking soda, vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg, granulated sugar, self-rising flour, and last but not least, because they're delicious, chopped pecans. All right, we're going to zoom in and mix it up just like Granny did with a spoon. We're going to start with our fruit, and we're going to mash up our bananas and drain our pineapple. Now, if you've got 3 bananas, of course you can use them. That's what it calls for. I didn't have 3 today. Since you are lacking a little bit of banana, you can add a little extra juice. I could use that pineapple juice today because I don't have the moisture from the extra banana. But these are pretty large. And I just like to smash them with a fork. I think that's the best way to do it. To me, it makes the best banana bread. Boy, when I was growing up, when Mama grabbed a ripe banana and said she was going to make some banana bread, we were always excited. Do you remember your mama making banana bread? Because I sure do. My mama also mashed up a banana like this and served it with some peanut butter on a sandwich. We called it a mashed up banana sandwich. All right, here's our pineapple. I don't know if I want to use all this juice today because I don't have another banana, because those bananas are pretty big, but we'll see how much juice is in this and see what I want to do. I'm just going to use a spoon and drain this a little because it says to. Now, if for some reason you wanted to leave out the buttermilk and use this juice, you can do that too. If you do that, there's no need to put in the soda. And it gives you 1/4 cup, which is the perfect amount because that's how much buttermilk you use. So that's up to you. All right, let's start mixing it up, y'all. I'm going to start with my wet ingredients first. I'm going to put in the buttermilk. I poured a little bit too much in here. The eggs. I'm going to beat those eggs up in this first. And you don't want to put your eggs in there if your butter's real hot. Wait till it cools off a minute or 2. You don't want to scramble eggs. And there's that. Looks good. We're going to put in a little bit of vanilla extract. I think I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and soda. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. when new content is loaded. Let's see, it's a whole teaspoon of baking soda. You want to make sure and mix that up in there good. You don't want it in one clump in your bread. We're going to do a half teaspoon of salt. We're going to do a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg and a half teaspoon of cinnamon. And you can put more or less if you want to. I like nutmeg, so I'm going to put a little more in mine. Okay. We're going to mix all that up. All righty. Now that we got all that in there, we should be able to use our spoon. Here's our sugar, 1 cup. Our bananas. Our pineapple. And then you just add your flour, and that's all there is to it. See how easy that was? Especially if you get all your ingredients out, lay them out. It is super easy. Now we're going to add our flour. It's 2 cups, and then our pecans. Just 1. And 2. Smells really good, y'all. That's all there is to it. That was easy, wasn't it? When you start with the wet ingredients on the bottom of your bowl, you never wind up with powder on the bottom of the bowl from the flour. It always mixes in really good. All right. Now that's probably not the order I told you to mix it up in the regular recipe, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now we're gonna do 2/3 cups of chopped nuts. I'm gonna use about half this bag. I'm gonna use more like about a cup. Well, I could save a few for the top. Whoa! All right, let's mix these in there. Woo, they're good now. Nothing like a good old pecan, but it needs to be fresh, and you can get those from Albany, Georgia. Today, I'm actually using this beautiful loaf pan. I got it marked down at one of these stores. It's an Anchor Hawking, and it's pink, and it's a color glass. And we're going to spray it with some baking spray. If you don't have any, you can just grease it and flour it like you do a cake pan. This is an extra large loaf pan, and it's probably going to be too much for it. So I may have to make a smaller little loaf as well. I don't want to fill it too full. I'm going to make these 2 little, they're kind of like ramekins, and they were made by, what do you call this stuff? Everybody used to get it off of QVC. Temptations. I gave most of my Temptations stuff to my niece, the one that's pregnant now, about to have a baby. She just really loved the color. She likes anything earthy looking. So we'll make these 2 little cakes. If you have a large loaf pan like this, you want to make sure you stick something in the center to check and make sure it's done before you get it out. because it does take it a little longer when it's deep and wide like that. All right, I didn't add any extra moisture because it looked plenty runny to me already. And if it had been a lot thicker batter, I would have put the pineapple juice in there, but it looked just perfect to me with those 2 larger bananas. So we're going to get this in the oven and bake it, and it's going to be delicious and moist. Remember, I said 325. The batter's good. I can't wait to have a piece with a cup of coffee. All right. Timer went off. We're going to check on this. These little ones for sure done. And this one is done as well. Nothing on the skewer. So we're going to get them out. Here's our banana bread. Now I want to go ahead and cut this while it's hot and put some butter on it. Won't that be delicious? So we're just going to scoot it over. Get something to flip it out on. There we go. Right here. And we're going to slice a piece and put some good old butter on it. Are you ready? Okay. Don't that look delicious? Oh my goodness, it looks delicious. Let me show y'all this up close. All right, I want y'all to see this view because my stove gives the prettiest view of food under this light. And just look at that pineapple in there. All right, we're going to put some butter on it. Get a minute. It takes it a minute for the butter to get warm. Don't that look good? All right, it's time to get a bite. And I didn't have lunch, so this is perfect. But I'm going to finish it off with some coffee when we get off here. Talk about moist. It's got that pineapple in it, all those delicious pecans. It is absolutely delicious. Woo! I don't know why, but banana bread never gets old to me. It's always so good. If you haven't had a piece or made one in a while, I suggest you give it a try, and you can make it into muffins if you want to. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook good old recipes like Mama did. Bye, y'all. Love ya.